Avoid living in Utah unless you can handle these 5 things. And the first thing we're going to talk about is extreme weather. Now, whether you are here in southern Utah or you are up north in the Salt Lake City area, you're either going to be dealing with extreme summers like you are down here or extreme winters like you are up north.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it just depends on what you're looking for. Obviously the summer months in southern Utah definitely crack triple digits like for about 3 months out of the year, and it's legit. I mean, it gets hot. Now you can work around it, but still it's warm. Just be prepared. Like, when we moved here, we had to get our mind right. If we actually just were dropped in, that would have been a little bit tough. And then of course, conversely, like up north, you're dealing with lots of snow, like you're dealing with a lot of situations where in winter it gets pretty freezing. And so just be aware that you're kind of dealing with, there's not that middle ground.
Yeah, and definitely people are often confused. Like maybe you're just thinking about Utah as a state and you had no idea that southern Utah, which is where we are, is actually very similar in climate to Las Vegas. So we don't get extreme winters, but in exchange for that, we have extreme summer. So
no humidity though, which really, really, really helps, because if we had to deal with the triple digit temperatures with humidity, that would be pretty tough.
That would be very tough. Yeah. Like I would actually say, as I've actually lived in Florida before, and I would say like the summers here, like I would take a summer here any day over the summer in Florida, like any day. Even though the actual temperature is higher here, just when you don't have that humidity, like it makes a big difference.
For sure.
And then piggybacking on the extreme winters in the Salt Lake City area, let's talk about the inversion event in Salt Lake City.
Yeah.
So
kind of odd. You wouldn't think it.
So let's explain what it is. So basically the pollution that's in the air, because Salt Lake City is sitting in a valley, it gets trapped in the winter because of, I don't know, like some air is hot, some is cold. Like I don't know exactly the mechanics of it.
It's science.
It's science I don't understand. But regardless, it has very bad air quality many days throughout the year in Salt Lake City. There are times when, the authorities will say, we would like you to stay inside, like it's not good for your health. I mean, if you have asthma issues, that might not be, a good place for you. So, and then they just kind of have to wait until storms roll in to sort of sweep it away, or they have to go up higher into the mountains. So if you're like high in the mountains, you don't really, experience it, but down in the valley where the majority of people live, it definitely, people notice it.
And again, it's just kind of a funny thing, because you wouldn't think it. You're like, oh, I'm in the mountains, I don't have to worry about this. But again, within those mountains, you have valleys, and that's where you have these situations occur.
Yeah.
So before we continue, let's introduce ourselves. I'm Sean Dezad.
And I'm Courtney Dezad, and we are licensed real estate agents here in the state of Utah.
And if you're watching this channel, you might be thinking, wow, Sean, I love Utah. I love the outdoor life. I love the desert and the mountains. I can't wait to move out here. Now, the problem is I'm not local, maybe even out of state, so I don't know what to do. And I totally get that. That's why you reach out to us, because that way we can have a conversation really finding out specifically what you're looking for and really find that perfect property for you. And also we can actually do virtual tours of not just the property, but also the area as well, just to give you a sense of what you're looking at. So what you want to do is you want to give us a call or shoot us a text.
Yes, remember that number is a cell phone, so you can call us or text us. And remember that the team we work with here in Utah has over 40 years of experience, so don't forget to call us or text us. Another reason not to move out here is don't move out here, honestly, if you're not like an outdoorsy person.
Or just don't love the outdoors, right?
Yeah, because since we're so close to Las Vegas, let's talk about Las Vegas. Like Las Vegas has the best entertainment you're ever going to get in the entire world. And you're talking about like indoor stuff, right? Music, anything that you want, it's got everything there. If that's your idea of entertainment, Utah doesn't really have that. We entertain ourselves by going outside, and that's what people love to do. I mean, one of the best ways I've heard it described is a friend of mine. She says that her brother tells her kids, we will never go to Disneyland, but we will learn to be world-class skiers. Like, that's what we do in our family. And that's kind of just like how people think,
Yeah, that's funny. It's like throughout the entire state, right? Like, so whether you're up north where you have this, like the mountains and stuff, and so you're going skiing. I mean, it's a spot of the Olympics, right? So that's where you're going to be doing outdoor stuff. And of course, in the summer, you have that option too, like with hiking, mountain bike riding, and all that stuff. Down south, like you have a lot of options for hiking, cycling, running, like pickleball, like you're outdoors a lot. Like that's just, again, like you were saying, that's what you're doing for your entertainment. Again, and that's how I grew up. Like we're doing some sort of activity. And so coming here was just like pretty normal.
Yeah, for me, like, I feel like I'm not happy if I'm not outside.
Like moving?
Yeah, if I'm not outside, like, I really just am depressed. So, living in a place like Utah, I have to live in a place like this because I have to be outside, and that's how a lot of people feel who live here, so.
Yeah, and again, the lack of entertainment options forces you to be outside, which we don't mind.
No, we don't mind it. It's also a lot cheaper.
Seriously.
And sort of piggybacking on the entertainment, I mean, while obviously, downtown Salt Lake City and stuff, it definitely has entertainment options and that kind of stuff like that. But another reason that people kind of find Utah a little bit weird is that it has weird liquor laws.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you can certainly live here,
Yeah.
like, and enjoy spirits and all that stuff. It's just that it's a little bit different, right? Like, grocery stores don't sell anything beyond beer as far as, like, alcohol concentration levels. So just be aware that you don't have, like, I don't know, like a 7-Eleven, like mini marts and all that stuff. They don't sell liquor. Like, you actually have to go to these state-sanctioned liquor stores where they're kind of sprinkled throughout, and they're not super convenient. It's doable. You can do it. It's just that it's just a little bit different, right? It's just, and again, it's way better than it used to be. Before it used to be like really tough, but now it's just like, obviously you can do it. It's just that it's not as normal. And also you have bars, of course, you do have breweries, you do have restaurants, and some restaurants offer like a full bar, but like a lot of restaurants actually don't. So just be aware of that. And your Costco's don't sell.
Yeah, Costco doesn't sell hard liquor.
Yeah, they sell beer, but not hard liquor or wine.
And then you also need to know that the state liquor stores, they are more expensive. They are heavily taxed. And then you also need to know that they are closed on Sundays and on holidays. So yeah, it's just part of living here. But
Yeah.
it's not to say that there isn't nightlife here, because there is. They do, even here in Little St. George, like Sean was saying, we do have bars. We do have restaurants that have full bars. We do have breweries. I haven't gone because I'm boring. But they do have like brewery events and that kind of stuff. So it's not like it doesn't exist, but it's not the same level you'll see in pretty much any other city.
On a good side, though, right? I mean, not that like on the plus side, drunk driving accidents are pretty low in this state.
Yes, that is true. Another reason not to move here is cost. So people sometimes think, oh, they come here to Utah, they see all the open space, they see all the beautiful land, and they think, oh, it must be so cheap to live in Utah. So Utah is actually, as a state, is about 50% in terms of housing cost more expensive than the national average.
Yeah,
so.
I believe according to bestplaces.net, Utah is about 150 out of 100. So 100 is your median price point for the country. And so the state of Utah is about 50% above that. Which again, so it's certainly not cheap, and obviously there's certain pockets within Utah that's certainly more expensive. It's just that I don't know what to say. I mean, if you wanted to, if you're wanting to go to a state that's desirable, like kind of like a vacation destination, they tend to be on the more expensive side.
Yeah, like how our business partner likes to explain it is she's like, St. George is the nicest, cheapest place that you could ever live, because it actually is. Like if you're thinking about how many people that want to live here, how nice it is to live here, it's actually not that expensive. Like we say, it has really good value. Of course, if you're just going straight dollars and cents, it is more expensive than your median average for the United States.
Yeah. And remember, we are licensed realtors here in the state of Utah, so as much as we love making these videos, what we love more is to help you with your real estate needs. So whether you're looking to buy or sell a home, what you want to do is you want to give us a call or shoot us a text.
Yes, that number is a cell phone, so you can call us or text us. And don't forget that the team we work with here in Utah has over 40 years of experience, so don't forget to call us or text us.